Hey guys, back at it. This is going to be day 184 and 185 in my 1 year daily diary challenge. This challenge was prompted after I completed a 100-day challenge, and that challenge was prompted from a meditation session. So without further ado, let's get into these days. The kids and I are still in Florida. We are hanging around and just enjoying our time as this is vacation. And then I've also been getting into some things like normal stuff, looking around. So today I had to take my mom to work so that I could use her car. That wasn't too early. So before, I've been kind of getting into my daily routine. I've been, waking up and doing my 5 minutes of meditation in bed before I, completely open my eyes and get going. Then I have been taking my new, it's a witch's spell book for the year. And so each day there's a mini spell, and there's a mini spell for every day of the year, which is really, really cool. Somebody I came in contact with was posting a lot about one last year. So I got the new one for this year. And so far, it's been really fun. I haven't been able to practice any of them just because I don't have all of my supplies here. But when I get home, I'll be doing a few of them. And that'll be kind of cool. But I've been taking that daily spell book and my water out to the pool and just enjoying like 5 to 10 minutes of a little bit of the chilly air with the first light of the sun and just kind of absorbing that. I have also been really just enjoying hanging out outside by the pool in the sun, and it's just the weather has been so beautiful. It's been so perfect, and I'm just so happy to be down here and enjoying it. With that reframe of, I know that it's not just vacation. I'm going to be enjoying this on the daily pretty soon here. So I got myself ready to go. I started to, move around and got the kids up and got them ready to go. Made them a lunch, because they've been kind of hanging around and having a relaxed schedule, which if you've listened before, I'm totally down with them kind of chilling and relaxing and enjoying their rest time, because they're growing kids. They need that time. So we got lunch. We all got ready. I wanted to go drive around and look at some of the things around town, some properties, some houses. And before we headed out, my mom did let me know she was going to be done with work early. So then our time frame shifted a little bit. So we drove from the house to where my daughter's new school is going to be and my son's new school is going to be, just to show them how close the school is and kind of what it looks like on the outside. So both of the schools are within 5 minutes of the house, which is really, really cool. I do love the convenience of it being so close. And my daughter commented how big the high school looked and how much space and how much stuff they had going on, which was, I have been homeschooled pretty much the whole way through, so I didn't get to experience that, different size schools and that whole thing. So I'm kind of like experiencing it through her and not really having the experience to share. It's just kind of exciting for me as well. So we did go and drive by 2 different properties. No houses, but just these properties where I was like potential builds, and both of them kind of seemed a little funky, and one of them was definitely not buildable. So it was good to do that and just removed them from my list. And that's why I wanted to do that drive around, because the more that I drive around and see the neighborhoods and see like the areas and the streets and all of that, I kind of get an understanding of, is this a potential or not? So we went to pick up my mom, but we went a little bit early because I wanted to get the screen protectors replaced on both my daughter's phone and my phone. We got the ones that had the lifetime warranty through AT&T, but unfortunately they did not have the size that fit my phone anymore, so I am not able to get that. But my daughter was able to get hers fixed. And then after that, we went next door to get boba and kill some more time, and then went to, my mom was done with work, and we all hopped in the car and headed home. When we were in the boba shop, though, there's this like really small mini claw machine, and it was really cool looking, and the kids each played, $2 worth. And I was like, ooh, I wonder if I can get on Amazon and purchase one of these mini claw machines and just like have it somewhere and, maybe make a little money with claw machines. So I wasn't able to locate the exact one, but I found a few that were similar. So it was kind of cool. I mean, I think I'll look into it more later, but it was just, if I search something up, it's in my search history and I could always circle back to it. And yeah, so we all headed back to the house to kind of chill and to get situated for like a dinner. And we've still been doing like everybody for themselves, kind of getting leftovers taken care of, just from, having holiday food and snack foods and stuff like that. So then we played some games, and pretty much every night we've been playing games and doing something fun, either watching a movie or games or something. And because my mom and her husband are in their work schedule, we haven't been doing anything super, super late, except, my mom's been hanging out a little later watching movies with us. So that's kind of what we did. We played games, then we watched a movie, and I've definitely been tapping out and falling asleep on the sofa during the movies. So I haven't been seeing, the whole thing. And that was pretty much a wrap on Thursday. And so Friday was another one of those, wake up, have my morning meditation, get myself somewhat ready. My son wanted to get up early with us all, and so woke him up, and he got up with us and with my mom and I, and he went to take her to work with me. And so all three of us went to take her to work, and then him and I had a great conversation in the car. On the way back from taking her to work, we also stopped and got hot chocolate and got me some coffee, and just had a very lovely morning, and just some special time together to talk about, what's been on his mind, what's been on my mind, and all of the things like that. So we are just kind of moving through and doing things in a normal pace of what we would be doing if we were down here all the time, and also just, exploring new things and areas and cafes and that kind of thing, because that's my thing when I'm in North Carolina. I like to do the same thing, but I also like to try a lot of new things. And so being here in Florida allows us to try a lot of new things. But during the trip, I've been kind of trying to look for my car, and I've been undecided on what kind of car I've wanted, and I was looking at a VW, and the more I thought about it and thinking about driving it, and I was just not satisfied with that car. And I was like thinking that it was like, it's a pretty reasonable car. It's got a lot of cool features, and I could get one for a decent price, but something was not settling with me about that car. So as I started thinking about it, I just had this really just odd idea. I was like, why don't I just spend like $5,000 on a cheap Toyota? and get something that's reliable that I can drive around until I figure out, what I want. And so with that search of searching just all general Toyotas, I started to see this one car pop up, the Toyota Venza. And I was like, well, I'd never seen that car before. So I started looking into it. And for me, that car is almost exactly what I want. I just didn't know about it because it can tow up to 3,500, which is a small camper. It has like the adequate room. It's got the panoramic roof. And so it just really depends on what year I go with as to, if it has like the leather and the heated seats and the Bluetooth and all the extra bells and whistles. But so with that searching and refocusing, I was able to find the car that I feel very confident. I love Toyotas. So now the problem I'm having is, and maybe it's not a problem because maybe, the car that is meant for me is not quite ready for me. But it's really hard to find the exact one that I want. So I'll just continue looking and searching, and I'll get out there and test drive one and just kind of see, how I feel. And, but I really, really love the fact that it tows that much, because I would really love to have a camper of some sort. And the other cars were just not able to tow that much. And, yeah, I think I'm super, super happy with this new decision, even without knowing how it drives, because like Toyotas are very similar in the way that they drive, and all of the buttons and things are pretty familiar, and so I feel better now that I've switched my mind on the kind of car I want, but now that's like me looking for a whole new search and just kind of like going down that rabbit hole. And I think I was talking to my mom about it, and it was like, I feel like I'm always swiping. I am swiping on the dating apps. I am swiping on the car app. I am swiping on the home app. It's like always choices. Like, oh, look at this many bedrooms, this many bathrooms. Oh, the kitchen is like this, and the fixtures are like that, and the color is like this, and it's in this neighborhood. And then we have the cars, and you can have light interior, dark interior, light exterior, and just all the choices on that thing. And then you get to the dating app where it's like, the height, looking at different pictures of people, and do they look attractive? Like, what hobbies are they interested in? Like, where are they from? Do they have kids? Like, it's just all these different things I'm doing right now, which is so many choices, so many swiping, that, I'm not right now fatigued with it, but it's taking a lot of my time just to do these things that I need to do for the future. And while I don't need to be on the dating app and swiping, and I really haven't, I've kind of like paused. I'm not letting it fatigue me. So I'm just like putting it down, not kind of opening it, not getting into it right now. The home thing, I don't really need to like be into it right now, because I know that we're landing here at my mom's house, and we have the space, we have a time that we can, continue to look for something. And the thing that's most important is finding the car and getting that situated, because I don't want to spend a lot of money on rentals that I could be spending in purchasing something. So that is the thing. But a lot of options, a lot of fun. But Friday was definitely a lot of fun, hanging out with my son in the morning, and he's amazing. He's just been my little buddy and snuggle bug, and we kind of hung out outside a little bit when we got back from coffee, and we was continuing to have conversations. And I woke my daughter up, and I was like, time to get going, get moving. We got a coffee for you. And then we hung out a little bit more, and we decided to, I told her that her hair color was going to come in, the rest of her hair color, because the first round it just soaked right in and there wasn't enough to kind of coat everything. So I ordered more because they didn't have it at Sally's, and it was coming in through Amazon. And so I was like, go wash your hair, don't put any conditioner in it, make sure it's dry. And when it comes, I'll put the color in. So it ended up coming in later that afternoon, and I just like coated her hair again while we were watching one of our anime shows, and then was able to rinse it out before I had to go pick up my mom from work. And so I just went to go pick her up by myself. And we stopped at Aldi to pick up some things for breakfast the next morning because it's my daughter's birthday tomorrow. And we are going to get, all the things ready for that. So we did kind of hang out and play some more games and watch some more movies and just like have that family time. We played all the games. We played Yahtzee, we played Apples to Apples, we played Sriracha, we played like all the things. So it was just a fun time the last 2 days. Just getting to do a lot of fun things and enjoying the weather and enjoying family and kind of having conversations here and there with my mom and her husband about, us being here and kind of how my parenting style has changed and how my focus has been just on fostering realistic expectations for the kids and, showing them what behavior is supposed to be like. I don't know if that makes sense, but like instead of yelling at them and expecting them to behave and not yell back, just showing them that that they're to listen, to comfort, to support, to hold space for those big emotions and to help them get through the big emotions versus just expecting them to understand how to do it on their own and yelling at them when they don't. So it's just been a lot of talking about different things, about moving and space and stuff like that. So, so not too crazy, but, a lot of normal stuff is happening. Tomorrow will be our last day, I think, because we have a flight on Sunday really early in the morning, and we should be getting home so we can get the kids back in the school routine. But anyway, thank you guys for being here, for listening in, for supporting me that way. Like, share, subscribe, and all the things. I do appreciate you guys, and I love you so much. Have an amazing, awesome, fabulous, wonderful day, night, afternoon, evening, whenever you're listening to this. And I will talk to you later. Peace.